This video is made of sound. It's made of light, technically, but you wouldn't be able to tell that from the kind of light that's being recorded until something like that happens. That's because you only interact with as much of the universe as you interact with. You don't get to, watch Bruce Lee movies until you wake up one day and transform the universe into your self. And, when you blink, the universe breathes or something. It might, but it might be just letting you be a part of it, not being you, but it might be becoming you. But it's all impossible to understand, even if you figured it out, because who could understand how to be the universe and how to blink to let the universe breathe, unless you were just being able to be a part of it? That would probably be enough for that part of being part of the universe. Or something. Anyways, words are made of sounds, but what else are they made out of? Now that we're learning about the quantum entanglements and components, combinations, counterparts and number thumbs of qubits. The counterparts and number thumbs is an Alexis on Fire reference. For you, if you know, and if you don't know, you don't know. Suckers don't know. Read a book about it, or don't. Readers are readers. So process that information however you like, using word association. Well, we're off to the races. We're off on a race. We're off on an adventure. Just remember, if you get lost, don't lose yourself. Unless it's the moment to lose yourself. In that moment, perhaps by accepting that you're lost, you shall become found. Enter all hope, ye who are hopeful. Because that's just self-evident, right? That's literally what hope is. If any of this has been important, hopefully scientifically, it's been from the perspective of a definitive field of theories and facts, something empirical, like linguistics or what's propaganda and entertainment and media all combine into, what's mental health, what's self-care, what's the scientific version of health. is that the secret code word in the universe for the plus sign of what we gain from communication? Health, mental health. Anyways, you mental Yeah, brought mental. Proper mental in it. Had to nearly clean my mouth out with soap after that. Sneaky, sneaky words that can offend, can drive wedges into the hearts of hearts. And, you know, there are good wedges, right? The right spices and coatings, delicious. But then there's sad wedges, like railroads and wedges that are used to build them with slave labor. Oh, have you not heard about Canada's slaving? It's not really, for some reason, this isn't like talked about the way that like slavery is spoken about in other places that have had slavery and rejected it, and been like, this is such a black mark that it almost makes our existence as a nation pointless because of how awful the name used for this slavery was. Here in Canada, we're just like, yeah, we're still rocking the old Hudson's Bay and Canada Pacific Railroad tagline. So let's bear the burden of the like slaves of China made to be the slaves for it. I'm not saying that anybody here is looking to have Chinese slaves. Obviously, the people that had those Chinese slaves are dead, and we don't need to hang their millstones on our necks, Lord willing. If they have millstones to bear, that's the Lord's to judge and avenge. So we don't need to worry about it. I think right now we're dealing more with like Chinese police starting invasive stations. Probably tittering to themselves about using provincial police to invade the provincial attitudes of like a kingdom, like the provinces of a kingdom, how provincial they are. Let's invade them with provincial attitudes. Their own provincial attitudes will prevent them from defending themselves. Possibly. Only SciOps knows, and God's SciOps are the only SciOps that are capable of winning. So they're the only PsyOps that actually exist. What's one of God's PsyOps? Read the book of Job, or read 4 books that aren't very long, with words that may teach you how to grasp immortality, even if only within your belief of immortality within your life. Surely whom could find more than the hope of immortality within the mortal, which is something Paul writes about, becoming a creation dimly and becoming fully once the dimly is done, vaporous as we are. Anywho, just to